Hello, welcome to Chow Time. I'm Spike Spencer. I'm your chefy boy today, and we are making a Tex Mex favorite of mine, Pico de Gallo, or Pico de Gallo, some rednecks would say. Anyway, so if you are in Texas, from Texas, visiting Texas, go to a Tex Mex place anywhere in the world, they better damn well have some Pico de Gallo. What is Pico de Gallo? Well, sometimes they would call it a salsa. Some places might call it a salad. It's Pico de Gallo. There's really no other way to explain it. It would be, if you have salsa, you have your salsas, you'll also have Pico de Gallo. And Pico de Gallo will usually not be served on its own. It'll be served as an accoutrement to something else. Like on quesadillas. Check out my quesadilla show. Or put it into breakfast tacos. Check out my breakfast burrito roll-up wrappy thing. Okay, I would put Pico de Gallo on everything. Usually I'll put Pico de Gallo and salsa. And then maybe some cheese and sour cream. Depending. It's, whatever it's fajitas. Yeah. Okay. Very, very simple. This is not cooked. This is just chopped up. If you've seen my episode on salsa, it's about that easy. There's a little more chopping involved, but let's get started. So base, I'm going to go with onions. So I'm going to cut my onion in half here. Plunk that over there. And all of this actually is just going to go in a bowl. I can just mix it right here in the bowl that I'm going to serve it in. So I'm not going to make a whole bunch of it. I don't want to overdo it, and put it in the fridge next to the salsa and watch them as they go bad, which they usually don't because, it's really good. And I use a lot of salsa when I can, but I have a family that doesn't eat salsa as much as I do, or Pico de Gallo. So I'll make a small batch here. Okay, I'm going to chop the onions. And you want to chop, you want some mouthfeel to it, so you don't want them too teeny tiny. So a nice little dice, whatever you feel. Again, as usual, it's whatever you feel like. If you feel like having a nice, light, shady type Pico de Gallo, that's fine. You're wrong, but it's fine. We're going to chop it. Nice. Get all the good stuff. All right. Throw that away. Over here. Doop. All right. So all this, I've got my onion. That's going to go in the bowl. Just throw it in. Normally I have a big mixing bowl. Mix it all up, but this is a small order. No big deal. Now, the origins of Pico de Gallo, let me be frank and honest and open with you. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Everybody's got an idea, a theory, but nobody really knows. Okay. So, but it has been served for a very, very long time. In Mexico, Sonora, Oaxaca, a few other places, and it is well known. So it's nothing new, nothing surprising. I am just going to chop these up. Let's see, I got a lot of onion in there, so I'm going to chop up the whole tomato. It's all going to go in there. Some people say it's because it looks like the colors of the Mexican flag. So we've got white, orange, and green. Well, that's a possibility. But it's Pico de Gallo. And gallo means chicken or rooster. So some say it's named rooster after the rooster's beak, which, weird, but it's, there's all kinds of, seriously, look up the history of Pico de Gallo, and you'd be like, I did, what? Really? Okay, sure, whatever. That sounds great. The quintessential ingredients for this is obviously a jalapeno, cilantro. I don't get it. People are like, cilantro tastes like soap. Some people are. I am so all over cilantro. I love cilantro. So I will put a nice batch cilantro in there. Nice, 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 nice. So what do we got so far? Onion, tomato, cilantro. We're going to go for some jalapeno. Jalapeno, as some people might say. A queen bee barbecue. Now has Mexican food. All right. Away. I'm going to have lime. Now, let's talk about lime. So my wife comes in. She says, yeah, you probably shouldn't use that lime. It's a little funky on the outside. But here's the thing. I was in Italy, and we honeymooned there. And all over Italy, I would see, obviously, the food is absolutely phenomenal. and I would see rotted vegetables in the little town we were staying in. There was like one, kind of two supermarkets, super teeny is what they were. And so they bring in the vegetables and fruits on Monday, and by Friday, same vegetables. You could see one vegetable that was a little ripe going, please take me, please. And it would just get worse and worse. And then somebody would take it. Literally, it was gone. I mean, they didn't throw it away. I know. They would not throw it away. And I went to a restaurant and I saw in the case where the vegetables were, there were some of them that were rotted. And people were like, that's funky. Maybe, but I saw it all over the place. So they're not afraid of ripe. I'll tell you that right now. So that's just my own thing. People may say, no, that never happens. That never happens. Yes, it does. I've seen it. Anyway, so this is kind of brown. So let's check it out. I will cut it and, oh, look at that. That's gorgeous. There's nothing wrong with that at all. So I'm going to finish it off with that. Not too much. I'm going to do some more things here. So we've got our onions, tomatoes, cilantro. We need a little garlic. Don't put too much garlic. This is not one of those dishes where you want the garlic to overpower it. You want all the ingredients to mesh really well and not overpower each other. There's just, when you get them all right, there is, so good. It is just wonderful accompaniment to just about anything. I'm going to hit a little bit more. I really want to get it. You can leave it coarse chop. I'm going to mince it down real well, best I can. It's getting all over the place. Just take it right there. Take it right down. Take it right down, right down. Boom. Go. So I don't know if you know, in between my shoots here, I go to my computer over there, and I've got the 6400 playlist from Houston, Texas, which was back in the 80s. It was a phenomenal club, and so I always have their playlists going when I'm in between, doing my thing. Keeps that energy up, right? All right, so this is a jalapeno. That's a big one. I'm not going to put all that in there. I'm just going to take a side and kind of, carve it like that. Now remember, do not, trust me, do not pick your nose or wipe your eyes after you work with a jalapeno. It is a bad idea. It really is. There are other places I would say don't touch, but this is a cooking show, and that would be kind of rude. I would say things. But you know what I'm talking about. Keep your hands off yourself. Right here. That is everything as far as the chopping goes. Now we have our Pico de Gallo. I'm going to take a little salt. There we go. A little pepper. Give it a little hit there. Nice. And then squeeze some lime in there. So I've got half a lime. I'm not going to squeeze it all. I'm going to give it a little. Okay, let's see. There's a bunch of lime chunks coming out. That could be pretty good, actually, but I'm going to hold off on that. A little bit of lime never hurt anybody, right? Right. It's all right, it's all right. Okay. Mixing, mixing, mixing. Mix it, mix it, mix it, mix it. That smells so incredibly fresh. I started my restaurant career back in the long time ago. I didn't have a restaurant career, but a few years. So, because I went into acting, and but I waited tables for a while. I bartended for a while. I worked back in the kitchens and all kinds of stuff. And the smells of fresh pico de gallo and salsa and guacamole going. That is just something I absolutely love. Let's make this a little more picturesque. Actually, I'm going to take a taste. Let's see how we're doing. I'll add a little more salt. Don't be afraid of salt. A little more pepper. And actually a little more lime juice. Now the beauty of this, it won't keep as long as your salsa, let's say, but you let this sit for a couple hours and those flavors meld. Oh man. That is bright, beautiful. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, your Pico de Gallo is ready. And like I said, this is more of an accoutrement to other things. You would check that out. What do you think? There you go. Look at that. That is beautiful Pico de Gallo. What do we do? Onions, tomatoes, garlic, cilantro, jalapeno, lime, salt, pepper. Done. That's it, y'all. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Chow Time with a Tex Mex staple. So make yourself some of this as soon as you possibly can. Put it next to a quesadilla, put it on your tacos, put it over your enchiladas, whatever you got, just throw it on it. It is absolutely good. Put it right down your pants if you want to. That would be weird, but cool. You might get thrown out of the restaurant. Don't ask me how I know these things. Okay. This has been Chow Time. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell your friends about the show. This is a labor of love. I love doing this for you. This is my kitchen, my food, my fun. I love it. It's Chow Time. Let's eat.